You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Happy Friday. Man, the weekend's here. I always love a weekend, don't you? There's just something different about the weekends. Yes, God, I don't have to work on most weekends. Most being key word there. So today, something I like to talk about from time to time. I began to discuss this concept, I think 15 years ago. And every year about this time, I do it again, about facing your passion, that I like to talk about. But I also like to talk about building your bridge. As a guy who coaches a lot of people, the bridge is the most difficult part. So if you're trying to get from here to there and you don't know how, listen closely today. If you haven't heard this, if you have heard it, listen again. It's brand new. I mean, I'm doing it new for you, so it's nothing. I'm not repeating anything, okay? All right, it's Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. My job, really simple, to stay happy. That's it. I am a happy guy, too. I've figured out how to be happy. Oh, some days I'm not, but I figure it out really fast how to be happy again. And if I can be happy and bring you some energy and give you some ideas and somehow get you from where you are to where you want to go, maybe a little bit closer today, and some of you a lot closer, that's going to make me happy, and it's going to make you happy, too. And that's the goal. Good to have you here today. My name is Scott Smith, founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. There's probably an extension, a domain called .com, right? I would imagine. There should be one called .scott. That would be awesome. By the way, for those of you who are at the dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook page, pretty much the only place that I communicate with people on social media. It's a private group. I like to kind of keep it that way. I chose the Oasis, the Kindle Oasis. That's coming today. If you'd like to join us, just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. A lot of conversation going on over there. Every Friday, I start by asking a simple question. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? I sound like Keanu Reeves there for a second, right? How do you want to feel? Or how do I want to feel? Here's the deal. Come in real close now. Come on, get over here. We do things different around here. Just get used to it. All right, so the deal is this. You're an emotional freak. I say freak in a cool, kind way, right? You're an emotional creature. We talk about this all the time. You're emotional first, logical second. Always. So by asking how do I want to feel, that's like a flood of emotional stuff. But if you make that choice, to decide how you want to feel about a situation. I said a few minutes ago, I'm happy. I really am. I'm happy almost all the time, but sometimes I'm not because that guy tries to make me unhappy. But I say, how do I want to feel? I want to be happy. He doesn't get to. Ultimate power. So take a few minutes today and ask yourself that question. How do I want to feel? Happily having some fun. What do you do for fun? I've asked that question to a lot of people, and it's pretty amazing. A lot of folks can't answer the question. They don't know, oh, maybe I go fishing. I kind of like that. And what do you really do for fun? I love riding my motorcycle. I do. I have a Harley Davidson. It's my 5th or 6th one in my life. I've had a lot of them. This is a Road King, and I've got it spiffed up. It's awesome. But you know what? Next week, I'm starting motor officer training. No, I'm not going to be a police officer, but I am going to learn to ride a motorcycle like them. I cannot wait to do that. I'm so excited. What excites you? What are you doing to get you excited? Come here a little close. Okay, 2 things that I talk about all the time, and you should know. First off, life is about exploring the possibilities. Just exploring the possibilities of life. Deciding to go do stuff just for the fun of it, for the heck of it, to see what happens, see if you like it. If you like it and it sticks, great. It's kind of like meeting a woman or a man, right? Let's try it out, see if it works. If it works, you get married, you spend your life together, you got kids, the whole thing, right? If it doesn't work, you find another one. That's all there is to it. So you explore the possibilities, you figure stuff out. And sadly, I forgot what the second point was, but that would be the Daily Boost. Today, I want to talk about facing your passion, building your bridge. Let me frame that a little bit differently for you. Facing your passion, I like to say the courage to face your passion. The reason I call it face your passion is because most people don't do it. They don't turn into it. And you have to turn into what you love to do. That's scary, though, isn't it? Because what happens is if I can get you the courage to face your passion, to decide what you really love, and if you don't know your passion or your purpose, remember the first rule is if you don't know your purpose is to find your purpose. Same with passion. Passion, that'll lead to your purpose. It will. But if you're afraid, if you're scared, if you can't make the change, if you got some golden handcuffs on you, you can't quite get there. You're still working, but you can't make the change. That's fear. Fear is not real. It's just you scaring yourself. So facing your passion is about turning into what you love to do and going after it. But what happens is you have to make the transition. That's why I talk about building your bridge. So choosing something straightforward in your life is pretty easy. It's very straightforward. It's something different, right? Very easy to do. You figure it out and change it and do it, right? Technically, that's it. Figure it out, which is probably the hardest part. If I could only figure it out, Scott, I listened to this podcast today so you could help me figure stuff out. As Marie Forleo says, everything is figure-outable. You can do it too. So you figure out what you want and you change it and you start doing it. And like 5 years later, people say to you, well, how'd you get to do that? I said, I figured it out, started doing it. Are you done laughing yet? Welcome to the world of Scott Logic. It just works that way. Humans have been around for a long time, trust me. There's been some dark times, there's been some good times. This is really good times compared to a lot of the times we've had in history. History repeats itself again and again and again about every 80 or 100 years. It just happens. But you know what? It's always the same. Change happens. Humans are humans. Intellectually, you haven't changed in 10,000 years, maybe longer than that. You're about the same as the cavemen were, how many millions of years ago that was. Now, most folks fall on the way to their dream because they don't move. They move at the wrong time, something like that. They move too fast. That's why you need to think about the bridge. So let me give you a big metaphor here, okay? The picture you have, have you been to, is it Nevada? Yeah, that's where the Grand Canyon is, right? Yeah, and that's also where the Hoover Dam is. Now, I have this vision of the Hoover Dam. They have a new bridge over the top, a little kind of bypass over the top of the bridge. And I saw them building it one day, and it perfectly illustrated my metaphor of building the bridge. So here it is. When you build a bridge, you work on one side of the bridge and you work on the other side of the bridge. You don't work on the middle of the bridge. It's kind of hard, if you think about it, to work on the middle of the bridge. You know, to think about this. You got cliff over there, air right there. How are you going to work in the middle of the bridge? You can't fly a helicopter all day long. Same thing with doing what you love to do. You can't just go to the thing without any support on either side. That's why you keep falling. So what we need to do is we need to fortify our current foundation. I do this every single day of the week in my coaching, and people stay with me for years because what I do is I keep fortifying and building. You're going to fortify your current foundation. In other words, where you are right now. What does that mean? It means you're going to save some money, right? Got any money to make? With this economy we have going on, right? I might want to save a little bit. You're going to save more money. You're going to pay your bills, get debt free. You're going to do that. You can do whatever it takes to create a firm and peaceful base foundation. Now, that could be your relationship. Relationships, the number one reason for you being happy in your life is a relationship. That's it. And a very intimate, close one.
is what makes people happy. Don't have that? Go find one. It's the weekend. You'll get one. That's a thought. Bottom line is this: whatever you feel it takes for you to feel comfortable and solid and steady where you are, that's what you want to do. People don't want to do that. I want to start today. We have to do foundations first. Next thing, you start constructing your foundation on the other side. Remember, we're building a bridge. We're over here. We're going there. And we can't do the middle yet because there's nothing there yet. So we're going to build the other side. And we're going to build a foundation. What does that mean? It means maybe you save more money. Maybe you go to school. Maybe you take out a HELOC. Maybe you need a HELOC to do some work on your house. You do the preparatory work to get there. You research, you plan, you Google, you YouTube video. You do all that stuff. Basically, what you're doing is you're beginning to build the foundation. The big thing is like a school. For instance, if you want to be a nurse someday, it might be time to start researching nursing schools, right? So that's building the foundation on the other side, but you can't go there right away. Gosh, I wish I could just do nursing school in a week and then start making money as a nurse. That would be kind of cool. But it takes longer than that. That's why we fortify the current foundation, whatever it takes. I'll let you decide it, but be smart. Don't be stupid. Figure out the stuff that, you know the rules. Pay your bills on time, put some money in the bank, say I love you to your kids, take a shower. There's 5 others too, maybe 10. And then build the foundation on the other side. You know the rules. You got to do the homework. You got to prep. You got to study. You got to get ready. You have to lay the foundation over there. Now, what's going to happen? Well, little by little, the foundation is going to be done. You're going to be building out from one side to the other. Get stronger in that foundation on your current side. You're going to start getting in school, learning on the other side, get closer and closer and closer. And eventually, you're going to be about there. It's going to be time to cut off the old and to begin living the new. Be patient. Don't want to jump too soon. How long do you wait? Well, most of you are going to be chicken. I'm just saying it as is. I've done this a long time for myself and for a lot of people. You're going to be chicken. You're going to say, when I'm 100% ready, I'm going to go. No, you won't. You're going to wait to 100%. You'll never go. It'll be gone before you get there. You won't do it. You're chicken. Just saying. You don't wait to 100%. Oh, well, it's 80%. It's the 80-20 rule. That's stupid. You don't have to wait 80%. You just don't. You don't have to wait. Well, you have to wait about 70%. About 70%. When you get 70% of your foundation built, you're pretty steady. When you get 70% of your new foundation built, you're pretty steady. That's when you start to make the transitional jump into the life that you want to do. If you have the courage, let that resonate. Don't be chicken. Do your homework, do the hard work, dig in, be patient. Just to rejoice in the patience you have. Build it slowly, build it. You're already doing that in so many ways of your life. You can do it right now, particularly if you're in that stage of life when you're moving into the other stage we talked about yesterday, the crystallized wisdom stage. If you're moving into that, my God, it's an exciting time for you to be alive, isn't it? Success arrives when you move from the strong today to the strong tomorrow. Don't leap too soon and don't delay either. That's the message today. All right. I'll get out of here. I got a weekend. I'm going to ride my motorcycle and fly my drone. What am I going to see my grandkids? Going to play with my wife a little bit. I will not tell you what that means, but I did tell her. So if it's a spontaneous Saturday night, if wink, wink, All right. So join me at Facebook, dailyboozepodcast.com/Facebook. That's where I communicate currently and maybe forever. Join the group, answer my silly questions, come on in, tag me and say hello, and I will communicate with you to the degree that you communicate with me. Otherwise, I'll leave you alone. I promise. And I'll see you Monday right here. The Big Ass Challenge and a couple other things, the Wisdom to Wealthy workshop we've talked about before, that's all coming. Waiting for you all to get back in business. Toward the end of the month, we'll start doing some cool stuff. So get ready for that too. Have a great weekend. Face your passion. Get the courage. Go do it. And I'll see you Monday.